We're counting down the top 25 chase cards in the new MetaZoo Base Set. If you're interested in ripping some packs of the newly revamped MetaZoo set, you're probably wanting to know what are some of the cool cards that you can pull inside. That's what we're going to be showcasing today while we open up not one, but two base set booster boxes to see if we can pull one of these top tier cards. Let's get into it. But also guys, in this video we are going to be giving away a MetaZoo Base Set booster box, and you're not going to want to miss out on that because we actually just found out recently from Charlie Herlocker, one of the heads at MetaZoo, that the MetaZoo Base Set is officially out of print. So we won't be getting any more print runs of this set, and so who knows guys, if MetaZoo ends up getting more popular in the future, you're definitely going to want to have one of these sitting on your shelf. So like I said, we will be giving away a box to one lucky viewer here, so stay tuned for those details later in this video. Now before we get into our list of the top 25 cards to pull from the MetaZoo Base Set, we do need to discuss a little bit about the rarity types that are available in this set. First of all, you do have your base level rarities similar to what we have in Pokemon. You have your commons indicated by the circle icon, you have your uncommons which are a diamond, and your rares. And the rares do tend to be hollow. And then in addition to this, you also have the potential to pull a reverse hollow for any of these three rarities. Now the next level rarity is something a little bit different, and you may be more familiar with it if you've played some of the Bandai games like One Piece. We have these super rares, which are kind of full art foil cards, but they don't have any texture, and so we will most likely pull a good bit of these in this box. So they're certainly not the hardest to pull, but they're also not completely common. And these are indicated by the double star in the bottom left corner. And that brings us to the second highest tier rarity, which is an alternate art. Oh, and it looks like we may actually have one in this pack right here. Oh, nice, and we got the Piazza bird. Very cool, you can tell because of the texture here. Very nice. Now these are textured cards and are indicated by the 3 stars in the bottom left corner, and these make up the first several cards from our top 25 list of chase cards in the MetaZoo Base Set. So counting down from 25, we first have the alternate art Sword of Surtur. This is among the cheaper alternate art cards, going for about $11 in the secondary market. At number 24, we have the alternate art Ding Bell, going for about $12, and this is one that I actually happened to pull in my very first opening of the MetaZoo Base Set. Also in the $12 range, we have at 23 the Snallygaster alt art, a very interesting looking one for this one. Similar with number 22, which is Groot Slang, going for around $13. Yeah, some of these arts are definitely not my favorites, but they definitely do look cooler in person with their texture and everything. After this, we have the Basilisk, going for about $15 on the secondary market. But at number 20, we actually have a really cool one that I like quite a bit, which is the Ziz, illustrated by none other than Jet Yates. But now guys, like I said, we are giving away a MetaZoo Base Set booster box today, so here are the details for that. First of all, I want to thank Shining Cards and Collectibles for sponsoring the giveaway today. If you guys are wanting to get your feet wet and open some of the new MetaZoo, go check them out on Whatnot. They stream weekly with Pokemon as well as MetaZoo, and they're a group of guys that I happen to know personally, so I definitely recommend them. So if you guys want to enter to win the Base Set booster box, all you have to do is 3 things. Hit the link in the description below to head on over to the Shining Cards and Collectibles Instagram, give them a follow over there, and leave a comment on the giveaway post. Lastly, head on over to their Whatnot account and follow them over there as well. And that's it. Best of luck to all of you. Now as a bonus, if you've never joined Whatnot before, you can actually get $10 free to spend with Shining Cards and Collectibles using my link in the description below as well. But thanks so much Shining Cards for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to our list. At 19, we have Trample, featuring Golden Bear, and it looks like chasing after some other cryptids there, Explosive Rabbit I think, and one other one. Definitely a lot of character to this card. At number 18, we have a MetaZoo favorite cryptid, Chupacabra, has made a return with this nice alternate art here, illustrated by original MetaZoo artist Lily. As well as number 17, we have the return of Hodag, and this is a pretty cool art as well. In a similar price range, we have the first of many Sung Wukong cards in this set. This is one of the alternate art ones. There's actually two, and this one admittedly is not my favorite, but it's not bad at all. This is Sung Wukong 232. At number 15, we have one of my personal favorite cryptids, which is the Dragon of Okanto Falls. I love the original version of this card, but this is a really cool new take on this character. It's a really beautiful card, just kind of playing there in the waterfall. Yeah, I just really like this one a lot. Nice, we got the Mothman holo. Not super rare, but definitely a really cool art. At number 14, we have another beautiful one, which is the Phoenix. There's actually a couple different Phoenix cards in this set. Some of them are just commons and uncommons. And believe it or not, this one actually might be my least favorite of all three of those, but it's still a very beautiful card regardless. All right, and we got one more pack from our first box. All right, let's roll this last one here. See what we got. Do we got any last pack magic? Oh, and we did get something. At least we got Chupacabra. All right, not a bad first box. We ended up with 9 super rares, as well as 2 alternate arts. Now, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, would you do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe below to come along the collecting journey with me. But let's get back into our list as we're getting into some of the harder to pull cards from the MetaZoo Base Set. And at number 13, coming in around at $23 on the secondary market, we have probably one of my favorite arts in this entire set, very reminiscent of the OG MetaZoo. It's the Quetzalcoatlus alternate art. At number 12, we have Lady Luck going for about $25. At number 11, we have a reimagining of a classic favorite, which is Piazza Bird, going for about $26. And this is one that we actually did pull in this opening today. And at number 10, we have a different take on another classic favorite, which is Bigfoot. As they are hiding behind the tree, it looks kind of just as scared as the person who encountered him does. And at number 9, we have what might actually be my favorite card from this set. It's just a very unique art style. We have the Rainbow Crow going for about $34. Oh, very nice. We got the Mothman, super rare. Coming in at number 8 for about $36, we have a card that I wasn't expecting to like as much as I did, but it is one that I happened to pull myself. We have the Monkey Mirage, again featuring Sung Wukong, kind of almost like flying through the sky during a rainstorm. Like, this is a pretty sick artwork, honestly. And at number 7, we have the big boy himself. We have our first Mothman on our list, one of a couple. In fact, there are several Mothman cards in this set, including a holo version, a super rare, but this is the alternate art, which is definitely a cool take on it. He's just kind of lurking in a back alley, and we actually see him on foot, which is kind of a different take that we've seen before, but I actually really like this one. It's going for about $45 right now. And at number 6, like I said, we do have several cards featuring Sun Wukong, and this is by far one of my favorites from this set, which is the alternate art version and the box art for the base set. I'm a big fan of this more flat art style, and some of you may know that MetaZoo actually made a last-minute decision to change their box art for the base set from a kind of a more generic red color featuring different cryptids to this one featuring Sung Wukong, and I think they actually made a great choice by doing so, because I think this is a really great artwork. This card is going for about $50 now on the secondary market. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Bigfoot. Next up, we are counting down our top 5 chase cards in the MetaZoo Base Set, and this brings us into a brand new rarity. Again, all the cards that we've talked about up until this point have been alternate arts, but there's one other tier that has not been mentioned yet, which are the 5 hidden rares. These cards are by far the hardest ones to pull from this set. Starting off with number 5, we do have a Piazza Bird hidden rare going for about $200. At number 4, we have another Bigfoot, the Bigfoot hidden rare, or the Chadfoot as I like to call it, going for also about $200. Oh, I see something here, I think. What's this? We have, ooh, very nice. That's pretty cool. The Ziz. Now, from what I understand, I think it is possible to get 3 textured cards like that in a box, but I think 2 is more common, and sometimes I think you might only get 1. So at least we got 2. Here we go. We got a couple packs left though. Still got a shot. At number 3, we finally have our highest tier Sun Wukong hidden rare 238. This card is low listed right now for about $275, making it the 3rd most sought after card in the set. And while Sun Wukong is clearly the mascot of the MetaZoo Base Set, we can't deny that the most popular cryptid is still the king, Mothman. And at number 2, we have the Mothman hidden rare 235, going for about $340. As far as arts go, this is definitely in my top 5 for this set, and it's no wonder why it's illustrated by Poncho. But as you can see, this is not even the top card in the set. In fact, we have another Mothman at number 1. In fact, when the new MetaZoo company was coming out with this set, they had not announced any of these hidden rares, and in fact, this was the last card to have been pulled, and so we didn't even know very much about it until much later in the game. And wouldn't you know it, it is the OG Mothman artwork in a full art textured card. This is the Mothman hidden rare 239. And believe it or not, this card has consistently sold for between $1,000 and $2,000. So this is definitely the biggest chase from the set, and this is the one that you are hoping to pull. But that concludes our top 25 list. I hope you guys found this helpful. But as you can see, we just have 1 pack left from this box. One more chance to pull a hidden rare. Well, let's see if we can do it. I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Be sure and hit that like button and subscribe below to come along the collecting journey with me, and check out one of our other MetaZoo videos here on screen next. Let's see what we got. Anything? And nothing. But we did get another 9 super rares and 2 pretty cool alternate arts. Again, appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys next time.